What's poppin'? It's Amanda, and today I'm doing my first YouTube video, which is a little bit exciting and scary at the same time. I'm gonna be doing an everyday makeup tutorial because I thought that this would be the perfect video to do, because they're always asking me like, what is my everyday kind of look, so I thought that that would be the perfect video to do. Since I'm not like a YouTube expert yet, bear with me. So we're just gonna start straight into the video. To start off, I always put sunscreen on my face because this is like so important. Like, this holds my makeup for like down for so long. Just like squeeze a little bit, and I don't take that much. I just put a little bit on each part of my face. I blend it out with my fingers. Make sure that it's like a evenly dispersed thin layer across your face. Like, you don't want any little like white streaks along your face. Once you have that like set in, I go in and I take the It Cosmetics CC cream. I love this stuff because it's like it's not as thick as a foundation, so for everyday use it's good. Like, this is literally so light, it feels just like another moisturizer on your face. So I just take some of this on the back of my hand, and I literally put like 2 pumps. Like, that looks like a lot. I mean, it kind of is a lot, but it gives you like the coverage that you want. And then I start off with like a kabuki brush, because if you start off with a beauty blender, it takes up so much extra product that doesn't need to be taken up. So I start off with this, and then you'll see later on I dab it in with the beauty blender. So I just take this all over my face, and I know that it looks so dark. Like, every time I put it on, I'm like, whoa, this looks so dark. But like, your face is always lighter than the rest of your body. Like, the rest of my body's tan, and then like my face is so pale. So my base products are always like a lot darker than the actual color of my skin, just for the purpose of matching the rest of my body. So when you're doing this, you really don't have to be so precise with like how perfectly blended it is, because we're still gonna go in with the beauty blender that's what's really gonna blend it out, and like, you actually save so much product doing it this way. I also go in with like one of these brushes because I have such dark eyelids, so I like to even out my skin tone. So I just kind of like place some on there into my eyelids, and then when I go in with the beauty blender, I blend it all out. So get your damp beauty blender. You don't want it to be too wet, because then that ruins the whole look. So then I get whatever excess is on my hand, and I just start going in on my face, girl. You don't want to look crusty with like any lines that are unblended, and you just want to be like popping, obviously. So you just continue on with your beauty blender, and this might take a while, so I think I'm done. Now I go in with the NARS Creamy Concealer, and I conceal my under eyes. I know a lot of people like to conceal like everywhere, like including their chin, their nose, whatever, but for everyday purposes, I don't think that that looks cute. Like, I just feel like it makes you look so extra and super cakey, and like, it's just not a cute look if you're not like going out and stuff. When you apply bronzer and stuff, like, you want one part of your face to look like illuminated and highlighted. So obviously the under eyes is like what looks cute. So I just go in with the beauty blender with this one also. Keep blending this out. And then I just kind of like go over my whole face again. And I do that like all throughout my makeup tutorial, like my makeup every day, just so that I know that if I did miss a spot that I didn't see, at least I've been going over it and going over it. So by the end of my like makeup, for a fact, everything is gonna be blended out. Now we do eyebrows. So my eyebrows aren't done, so they look terrible, but I'm gonna brush them out to like their full potential. And then I really don't go crazy filling in my eyebrows. Like, I don't use any special products because I have very naturally dark eyebrows and very full eyebrows. But of course, like, if you're doing your whole face, you want your eyebrows to like be up to par with the rest of your face. So A long time ago, my mom bought me this little Inglot trio, and this brown eyeshadow is like the only one I use in it, and sometimes I use this for highlighting. But this brown eyeshadow, I've been using it since I was like in 7th grade, and it's like the perfect eyebrow shade. So I just go lightly in. I just kind of flick it. I start with this eyebrow. This eyebrow is like the better eyebrow than this one, so I start with this one as like the model, so then when I do this one, I could look at the perfect eyebrow. So you just kind of flick the product, and you don't want to go up too high because then it looks like crazy. So I just flick it, and what I do like to do is add some length to my eyebrow, even though they're pretty long already, but I like really long eyebrows. So I kind of like flick it out at the end. There we go, long eyebrow. Sometimes it looks a little crazy, but when we conceal it, it's gonna look pretty, trust me. This eyebrow is the eyebrow that has been like my nightmare eyebrow my whole entire life. I swear, like I have a little bald spot in the front of it, and like the hair will go back, and I have it for 3 days, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm pretty again, like I have full eyebrows. And then like 2 days later or 3 days later, it falls off again. So I'm constantly having to fill in this eyebrow. I hate it. So I don't even start in the beginning. I just kind of start flinging it outwards towards the middle, and then I take it all the way back like we did with the other one, and I add a little bit of length to it. I just really like really long eyebrows. I don't know, I think it looks so pretty. So you want to make sure that towards the end, like where your arch is, you add like some product, because that's like the arch is like, girl, that's what's popping. I fling upwards. You just have to kind of play around with it and whatever works for you. When I finish filling them in, I just brush them out so I could like evenly disperse the product. So I brush them out as much as possible. They're also like super outgrown, so they do not look cute because they're like bushy as hell. But I take the NARS Creamy Concealer again, and I just outline my eyebrows. I trace them. I just get precise with the inside little box. I even get some on my eyebrows sometimes, but like it happens, like you don't have to worry about that. I just get it on there and then I take it off. Once you have your entire eyebrows traced and you look crazy, I take the brush again and I go through the eyebrows just to get out any concealer that I might have gotten in there, because I'm not gentle whatsoever. So now we're going to take our beauty blender again, and you really want to make sure you pat this in, because you don't want this to be like the product that you just swoop away, because this is what's necessary. Like your eyebrows, girl, are the frame of your face. Like you do not want to mess this up. So you just get up in there. Your girl is impatient. Just brush them out again. So now we're gonna set our face. So I take the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I just put some on the back of the lid, and then I take like these ghetto little sponges, because this is like the best way to apply it to your face. And then I start applying it under my eye like this. My sister always tells me I look so crazy when I do this, but then I look popping the rest of the day. Go down my nose, because you don't want an oily nose throughout the day. I put it on my chin. You know when you smile and like these lines, they get like nasty throughout the day if you don't set them. So I always like make sure to add some there. I literally look insane. I might as well just put it all over my face, but like there's a method to the madness, I'm telling you. Between your eyebrows, because you put concealer there of your eyebrows, also like right there. And then I take this brush, which is what I eventually use to like blend it all out, because since it's small you could really like get in there. And I take whatever's left, and again, since I think I have the darkest eyelids ever, I put some like in my eyelids so that they don't get oily throughout the day, and so that they don't look dark, because I really hate the dark eyelid thing. I put on mascara, but I have my lashes done, so like I really don't need mascara. But if you guys are wondering what mascara I use, because a lot of people ask me that, I have like 3 of them literally in my bag because they're amazing. These are obviously like older ones, but I never throw anything away. I'm like a freaking hoarder. Now we're just gonna let this sit for like 5 minutes. We're just gonna go back with that same brush I used. I'm gonna start dusting away. So since we started with this eye, I'm just gonna lightly, because you don't want to just like push the product away. So we're just gonna, you want to kind of blend this into your hairline too. And the reason why I wait to like contour my face until after is because even though the translucent powder is like supposed to be translucent and it's supposed to just like blend in with your face color, I always feel like it keeps me a bit white, which I don't like. Like I want to look tan and cute. So I always use the Hoola bronzer, and I've always had this little NYC bronzer. It's like $3, and I just like rediscovered it in my little makeup little thing that I have going on, and I kind of like this one more. As weird as it sounds, this is $3 and the other one's like $30, so I'm glad that I like this one more. But so then you could either do like the fishy face, which is what I usually do, like the, or you can just kind of like wing it, and I'm just gonna wing it for the video so I can talk while I do it. So you just kind of like, you want to make sure you don't get it too close to your mouth because then you just look dirty. I'm gonna start with it up just in case so I don't get it in my mouth. So I could already see like my natural contour line, and I'm gonna try to follow it. And then you want to bring it up to your forehead, this little piece of forehead. And then I also like to do my jawline just so I look a little skinnier, you know, we all been there. So I just kind of follow it. With this, you have to make sure you blend it out because you don't want to look dirty either. I take like a big fluffy blending brush and I just start evening itself out with the big brush. So now I go in and I highlight a little bit of my face. Take this one, and then I get a fan brush which looks like this, and then I lightly just pat in there. You don't want to get too much. And I always make sure to do my nose because when you highlight your nose, it like lifts your nose up and doesn't make it look as long. So look at my nose now, and now I'm gonna highlight it. I don't know if you could like instantly see it, but like I see it. I don't know, I feel like it just looks shorter. I'll do my brow bone. So now for my lip color, this lip color from MAC, it's called Nymphette. I'm just gonna take this and apply it all over my lips. Just want to look perfect, you know. Oh my god, I love it. This is the final look. Oh yeah, and you always want to like set your face. I use the MAC Fix Plus. Once you see a girl spraying her face, that's when you start getting dressed. So yeah, that's the finished look. It's just very simple, very natural. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I'm new to this.